Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm here to talk about the Bending the River project and how that kind of relates to everything that you've seen in the warehouse so far. So what we're standing in front of here is a model of Bending the River. If you look into the river in most areas where it's a concrete bottom, there's a small channel within the river that's always got water in it, and that is called the low flow channel. We have a grate in the low flow channel of the river. It goes into a pipe. There's a little person on our model. That's where we can open and close the pipes using the giant key that's on the wall behind us. That opens to allow all of the pipes in the river to fill with water. So a manhole structure to 300 feet of vitrified clay pipe. To another manhole structure, to a stilling well on our site that's 50 feet deep. So this is the phase we're at currently, the completion of the mother well, which will turn into the next phase, water treatment and all of the irrigation going to the LA State Historic Park and a couple of parks on the other side of the river. Now that we just looked at the in-river portion, we're going to zoom out a little bit and look at this model, which is actually a large model of the LA State Historic Park as it stands almost currently. So the string in the river represents the location of the pipes that are in ground under the concrete jacket, with a red line to our site, which is where the mother well is, and then a line that goes through our building, which is where the treatment wetlands and the natural river will eventually connect up to the seasonal wetland that runs through the park. At the studio, we repurpose and reuse everything that would normally be thrown away. The concrete that was cut, which are now the triangles, which you'll see around our site, and all of that floodplain material that we had to dig out in order to put the infrastructure in. So almost 80% of the rainwater that falls on the LA Basin runs directly into the storm drains to the LA River Channel, Ballona Creek, and a couple of the other concretized tributaries, and it rushes straight out to the ocean. Not cleaned, not retained, and it's a really big wasted resource. Most of Los Angeles was once a floodplain for the LA River. So if you look at this model, you'll actually see the representation of that, the topography of the mountains, and how when it used to flood, all of the good silt and sand and trees and materials would create these really lush floodplains that were great for biodiversity and habitat. But obviously, once we channelized everything, it stopped all of that growth. And so one of the things we would like you to consider while doing these tours is this big idea of undevelopment. We need to start capturing that water before it goes to the LA River. We know that climate crisis is real. We know that severe weather storms and more rain are coming, and the river channel was built for models and predictions that were done in the 60s. So we've blown past all of those calculations. So undevelopment is really about how do we reclaim the floodplain, bring back the biodiversity, and work within our urban cyborg watershed, because we can't turn everything back to the way it once was. We're past that point, but we now need to create a new way of thinking and a new way of treating not only human life, but all the non-human life.